それは国連の安全保障理事会安保理の常任理事国5大国を見れば分かります。もちろん全て連合国側ですね。僕らは世代の違いが関係なく、戦後に生まれた日本国民は全て日本は連合国に負けたと教わりました。それは嘘です。常任理事国5大国のうち日本は負けたでしょうか。イギリスは暴力と武力でシンガポールやインドなどアジア諸国を植民地にしていましたが、日本軍に敗走して追い払われ、植民地に戻ってきたのは大戦が終わってからです。フランスには負けたでしょうか。同じく植民地にしていたベトナムなどから日本軍の進撃によって生まれ、戦後に戻ってきました。英仏は日本軍のいなくなった大戦後に植民地支配を復活させようとしましたが、同じアジア人である日本軍の西洋に対する勝利を間近に見たアジア諸国民の戦いで、ついに独立を許しました。では、ソ連には負けたのでしょうか。旧ソ連、現ロシアが日本を侵略したのは、日本が降伏して大戦が終わった後です。ですから、国際法上はただの侵略と見境のない暴力だけでした。中国はどうでしょうか。現在の常任理事国である中華人民共和国はまだ存在すらしていませんでした。建国を毛沢東主席が宣言したのは、大戦終結から4年以上も過ぎる1949年10月1日です。世界大戦の当時に日本軍と戦ったのは、蒋介石主席率いる中華民国の軍であり、日本軍に対して敗走を続けました。今の中国共産党の人民解放軍は、大戦当時、八路軍と呼ばれていましたが、日本軍とはほとんど相応としていません。日本軍は大戦が終わる1945年になるとなお、中国大陸では優勢でした。すなわち日本に勝ったのは5大国の中のただ1カ国、アメリカだけです。会社側で最後まで戦ったのは日本ですが、その日本の当時の非戦闘員、つまり赤ちゃんや幼子、女性やお年寄りを住宅地への無差別爆撃や原爆投下によって大量に殺戮して勝ったアメリカが大戦を終わらせたのです。だから大戦後の秩序はアメリカが作り支配してきました。ソ連がこれに挑戦して冷戦となりましたが、1991年のクリスマスをソ連ことソビエト社会主義共和国連邦が崩壊し、それも終わりました。大戦から46年を経て、アメリカの世界完全支配がついに完成したと見えました。日本はその前月に国民に人気のあった海部俊樹総理が当時の自民党実力者小沢一郎前幹事長に引き継ぎをされ、宮沢喜一内閣に変わったばかりでした。宮沢総理はアメリカ合衆国の交流と向かい合いながら生きて死した人です。合衆国の州は曲がり川の州です。民衆の州ではありません。日本のハワイ真珠湾攻撃のわずか2年前、西暦1939年、昭和14年に東京帝国大学工学部の超エリート学生として日米学生会議に参加するた カへ渡りました。工業力を背景にしたアメリカの豊かな社会を目の当たりにして、頭の切れ、感性の鋭い宮沢青年はどれほど驚いたでしょうか。それは真珠湾攻撃を指揮した帝国海軍の山本五十六連合艦隊司令長官が渡米した時の驚きと似ているのではないかと拝察します。山本五十六海軍少佐当時は西暦1915年大正8年に海軍省からアメリカ駐在を命じられ、ハーバード大学に留学しています。この時代に受けた衝撃を物語る逸話は有名です。砂糖をたっぷり入れた一杯のコーヒーから自動車、飛行機まで、山本少佐にアメリカとは戦うなという信念を植え付けました。この1919年は、くしくも宮沢総理が生まれた年です。世界の歴史の現場を歩けば歩くほど、僕は天がいたずら好きだと実感します。まるで楽しむかのように歴史が交差するポイントを作っているからです。山本閣下は一番避けようとした対米戦争を自ら始めることになり、そこから生じた建国以来ただ一度の敗戦を宮沢さんは大蔵官僚として受け止めます。西暦1945年昭和20年8月、敗戦を処理する大学を東宇都宮大学が発足すると、大蔵大臣の秘書官となり、やがてサンフランシスコ講和会議に日本代表団の一員として参加し、それらの経験が政治家には不向きな宮沢さんに政界入りを決意させます。勝者の道を歩み続けるアメリカとずっと一緒に歩む人生と言っていいでしょう。そして物事が見えすぎるための皮肉や毒舌かぶりが世界で嫌われ続けました。僕は東京都市の政治部出身ですが、紳士のはずの宮沢さんが酒に飲まれて目がすまり、唇を赤く濡らしながら身を乗り出して信じられない言葉を発見を見ました。他人がバカに見えて仕方なくて不満がたまるのでしょう。海部さんが総理の時、一生懸命におやりになっておられますが、むしろ高校や学校に行っちゃいらっしゃるからね、と言って怒らない海部さんを怒らせ、自分を毛嫌いする大立も金丸信副総理が東京農学校、東京農業大学の前身卒業であることを念頭に、偉い方ですよ、大学は出ているんですね、知ってました？これで総理には永遠になれないと思われていた中、海部総理辞任のハプニングのおかげで72歳にしてようやく総理の座に上り詰め、その時アメリカもソ連を打ち砕いて頂点に達したのでした。これを学者から評論家、日本のテレビの冬の芸人コメンテーターまで、アメリカの一極支配の国、実際にはアメリカを恐れていたのですが、日本の文化が平家物語の口を借りて、溺れる者久しからず、ただ春の夜の夢のごとし、萩の人も次には伸びる、ひとえに風の前のシーンに同じとカッパしたとおり、それは溺れるアメリカ、武きアメリカの終わりの始まりでした。愛されない賢者だった宮沢総理は、いわば一足先に総理の座を追われ、1993年、その後、むしろ大蔵大臣、初代の財務大臣も総理経験者が務めるという異例の職務を見事に生かして、日本を金融危機から救いました。危機にはもうきれいに しさを発揮なさってから死したのでした。しかし、文化の蓄積のないアメリカという巨人はそうはいきませんでした。ソ連崩壊の年に湾岸戦争を引き起こして、中東に直接介入したアメリカは、アラブの恨みを買い、頂点から10年後の2001年、9.11同時多発テロに襲われ、むしろそれを口実にイラク戦争を起こし、2003年、フセイン大統領、当時のフセイン軍は一瞬で倒したものの、フセイン政権に抑え込まれていたイスラム原理主義の潮流を招い、テロリストとの非正規戦には勝てないアメリカ軍の実態を晒しました。アメリカはドルの強さも産業の数より、世界のどこでも誰にも勝てるアメリカ軍によって支えられていたのです。坂の頂点に勝てないアメリカが初めて姿を現す。もう止まらない下り坂を転がり落ちることになります。だから白人にはできない、もう戦争しないという約束をした黒人のオバマさんが大統領になり、軍が使えないのなら情けないほど優柔不断にならざるを得ないアメリカを世界に見られてしまいました。オバマ大統領は歴史上最悪の独裁者の一人、アサド大統領をシリアの自国民に毒ガス兵器を使えばアメリカ軍を出すと脅しました。ところがアサド大統領がそれを無視して毒ガス兵器、サリンで自国の子供まで殺す。何度も早く己の言葉をうやむやにして、要はアメリカ自身では何もしませんでした。アメリカの宿敵のはずのイランにシリア内戦に介入するよう裏でお願いしただけです。だからこそ、もうアメリカは世界の警察官をできないと叫ぶトランプさんがアメリカ大統領選をかき回すことになったのです。日本国民が決断する日は、アメリカが自らを壊したイラク戦争に、僕が丸のしで言った現場体験を最大の動機として書いた本です。出版した西暦2004年は、例えば5月、小泉純一郎総理当時が2度目の訪朝をし、拉致被害者のごくごく一部だけ帰国していたその5人について家族をも日本に呼び寄せるということがありました。これ以上拉致被害者などいないと強弁して、横田めぐみさんらを死んだことにした北朝鮮の言い分をそのまま受け入れたのです。小泉さんはイラク戦争を遂行したブッシュ大統領当時、米軍のように安保法制で何もなく手足を縛られただけの状態をイラクの戦地に送りました。陸上でテロリストの言葉を言われても何をすることも許されず、じっと頭を抱えにテントの中で座っていました。僕が社長を務める独立
So it is just 9. I would like to start lecture today of Biomaterial, or the Graduate School of Science and Technology. And this is today's lecture. Yasutaka TANAKA, hello. I think you can see my face, and this lecture is given with the YouTube Live. And yeah, just an approximate schedule today is like, we just start 9 in the morning session, and maybe afternoon, afternoon, just we start 1 p.m. 1 p.m. the afternoon. So we have 2 sessions of the morning from 9 and afternoon from the 1 o'clock p.m. And the length of the lecture in the morning, I'm not sure yet. Maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours or maybe 80 minutes or something. And something like that. And this lecture, now I am here in Hamamatsu, so I guess all of you are in Shizuoka City. Today Hamamatsu is, climate is almost same, and Hamamatsu is sunny. And whereas the forecast say that today we're going to be a bit warm day. And the difference between Shizuoka and Hamamatsu is like almost temperature is same, but I guess this is quite windy in Hamamatsu, so that's a major difference of the climate here. And this is the YouTube live broadcasting, so just one way from me to you, but we have a chat function. So at present, the number of audience is 7. And so the attendance is not necessary. Just as I told the Gakumu Joho system that I'm going to leave some archive in YouTube. So if you like, you can see the archive, and you have to complete your short report. Anyhow, at present we can try to talk with them. Chat function. So I get some chat already. Good morning. Good morning. Since I am student of the course. Good morning. I got already 2 messages. Good morning. Thank you very much for your messages, and you can send me the messages and some comments and questions as well. So it's very much for me welcome. And maybe you know, but you don't know, but we have in Hamamatsu campus, we are so close to Air Force Base. So maybe you can hear the noise, sound of like fighters or other airplanes, so which disturbs our lecture, but it doesn't matter. Quite short period, not long time. So, but I do not know. But have you ever been in Hamamatsu before, or maybe not? So this is quite flat as compared with your campus. Your campus is only some quite steep slope. So obviously, if you're going to the neighbor building, sometimes you have to climb a steep slope. But here in Hamamatsu, it's quite flat, and around us, it's just inside of the city, and just houses about here. So quite different atmosphere. Our campuses, Hamamatsu and Shizuoka campuses are quite different. So obviously scenery, vista, your vista is far better than ours, because if you climb there, something like the highest tower, Sogo Kenkyuto in Hamamatsu Shizuoka campus, you can see quite view, and the other the from the other side, like if you're going to like a mountain in your campus, I think it's a building of the Jinbungakubu building. Maybe you can see the seashore. So just behind you, you have Pacific Ocean. Those scenery, this is quite nice. Yours is very nice. Our case is ocean is quite distant from here, and we could not see the ocean clearly. Maybe we have 10th floor building. It is the highest. Maybe we can see the slight sea, and yeah, maybe ships and others, but that is not so obvious. If I explain it is sea, maybe you can understand it is sea, but if there's no explanation, it's very hard to recognize it as sea. So, yeah, this is introduction. So here, maybe I just forward the lecture today, and maybe I hope you have already downloaded the files, and I just forward this lecture according to the files you have downloaded. Yeah, this is my email address. I have already sent you my email address, but yeah, something you have other comment after lecture, you have comment, questions, you can send email for me, and the mail address is this one. And the agenda is today is something like that. How to credit earning today, and my name is just part of the biomaterial. So I don't know how many professors are showing up. This Professor Park, maybe Kobayashi, Yamazaki, and myself. 4 or 5 professors showing up. So they are just to credit earning today, just my part. And I'm going to introduce myself, who and what I am. And generally, if I'm giving a lecture just face to face, I always asking you who are and what are you. But today it's quite hard situation, just we are distant. So I think this is third part. Maybe today we could not complete this. Oh, third comment, thanks. Yeah. And then generally this part is quite long because I just ask you who are you, what's your name, and which country you are from, and which region you're from, and what is your your domestic or local food, which you are very much recommend. So if I ask that question, the answer is quite long. Yeah, I love that long answer because it's something like some food which you're proud. So I would like to ask more, and yeah. So the time where you're spending a long time this part, but generally, but very much unfortunately today we could not this part. And in fact introduction of mine is maybe later. And number 4, fourth part, we're going I am going to talk of sugar's energy source of human activity. So yeah, 4 and 5 is something sweet. I myself, I'm not a person who very much like something sweet, but sugar is very much interesting, which has interest in chemistry. So I'm going to talk of sugar energy source of human activity, and fifth, this is not energy, but something which makes some food sweet. So artificial sweeteners and something. And yeah, 6 is like sweetness comparison. So how can you judge the sweetness? This one is sweeter, and this one is not sweeter than that one. And we have many artificial sweeteners, and among those, which one is most sweet? And if we are going to compare with sugars, in fact, sugar is also, you have many kinds of sugars, and which sugar is most sweet, and which artificial sweeteners most sweet, and the comparison between the sugars and artificial sweeteners and something. And the seventh, sweetness triangle. At present, you don't understand what is sweeter triangle. It's a kind of chemical structure of the something sweet. So I'm going to talk of some which chemical structure gives you the taste of sweet. This is a sweetness triangle. Eighth, what is cyclodextrin? And I think some of you knows the name of the cyclodextrin. It's like a polymer of sugars, glucose polymers. So I'm going to talk about cyclodextrin bit. And ninth, bit very much complicated one. At the end, a 4 electron reduction of oxygen in human body and in fuel cell. And myself is what I'm doing is I'm going to explain, but later explain. But I myself is very much involved in organic chemistry, and target with organic chemistry. But what kind of target myself is like which gives energy, like secondary batteries such as lithium-ion battery and fuel cell and others. That's my major area, so major research area. So the ninth is for electron reduction of oxygen in human body and in fuel cell. In the human body and in fuel cells, reaction is quite similar, but in human bodies, they are quite efficient as compared with a fuel cell. So I'm going to talk of these two comparisons, and at the end, I'm going to ask you in your short report, so what we can do for the quite efficient fuel cell future or something like that. This is one of the report title or something like that. So first one, how to credit earning today. Just submit your short report. Not today. This is not. The deadline is next Monday 9 o'clock morning. It's a deadline, and you're going to submit your short report via Gakuno Jouhou system, right? So the deadline is not today, but 15th Monday, 9 o'clock morning is the deadline, right? Yep, I got first 4 messages. Everybody says good morning, and again I would say good morning. And then your report must include following 4 points, right? So first, a brief digest of the lecture today. So just digestion of the today's lecture. So I'm going to talk about, as I told, the sugar and artificial sweeteners and cyclodextrin and for electron oxidation, reduction of oxygen or something like that. So you're going to abstract my lecture today. And second, the point you are interested in my lecture, and how comes you're interested above, right? So and first point is the solution for an efficient for electron reduction O2. So present fuel cells is inefficient as compared with human body. So I'm just asking quite general question up to your profession up to your major area solve this problem. So some solution from the viewpoint of your major area. So, but the solution of an efficient for electron reduction of oxygen. So, these are not serious questions. So, as I told, a short report. So, you just write down one paper, one how do you call one A4 paper, just letter size paper, and just one page, right? You have to write down your name and you have student numbers, your name, and these 4 points, right? So they're quite short paper. This is your obligation to get this credit in my part. Introduction myself, who and what I am. I told already a bit, but make difference, right? Oops. Maybe difference, right? Yeah, in fact, I told that I myself, I'm an organic chemist, and teaching organic chemistry here, and I'm teaching electrochemistry as well. So the very much major area is with organics chemistry, just modification of the present lithium-ion battery and fuel cells, and also we are always thinking of new batteries, which is our target is more lighter and smaller battery and long-lived. That are our target. So basically, it's a basic science is maybe almost same as yours, chemistry, and especially mine is organic chemistry. And and the target is novel secondary battery. Secondary means rechargeable batteries and fuel cells. And I'm teaching here in Shizuoka University, and also I'm teaching in Thailand as well. So my introduction is first Thailand University. Is this Japan or Atom? Yeah, this is the Thailand map. I'm sorry, but some description is in Japanese, and I think this is around is Thailand capital, Bangkok, right? So the university every year I'm visiting is like here, maybe 2 hours drive from Bangkok to here. Name of the university is short form is VISTEC. The acronym is VISTEC. Yeah, this is Thailand, and this is peninsula here. I guess Japan is over here, and Bangkok to the university I'm visiting is around here. I'm not sure some students are from Thailand or not, but yeah. And yeah, just zoom out. Thailand here, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia, and Myanmar must be around here. It's now, as you know, the coup happened in Cambodia right here. So here we are. Shizuoka Prefecture is around here. So I'm flying from Nagoya Airport to direct flight for Bangkok, and also I asked the university, and university cab pick me up from Bangkok to the university VISTEC, and which takes I think 5 hours, and from airport to university is like you need 2 hours. Yeah, this is the slides for Thai students. So yeah, I'm always showing where is Hamamatsu is, and yeah, as you know, this is Shizuoka Prefecture, and this is Omaezaki, and Shizuoka City is around here, and this tiny brew park is Lake Hamanako, and Manako is half seaward, half freshwater, but quite a deeper part of this lake, you can see the octopus. So that means very much deeper part in Hamana Lake keeps the seawater as well. So it's quite flowing and flowing. So octopus is just prefer seawater. So right after typhoon or something like that, hard rain, the octopus just they escape from the deep part, and they're going to migrate from deeper part to close to the ocean because of the concentration of salt is quite crucial for their life. So yeah, around Hamana Lake scenery is very good, but in fact, lake is a bit distant from university. So not like yours. You have ocean close, you have train station close, and yeah, we are across the train station, and we are closer than yours. You need just 15 minutes to Shinkansen station. I guess you need 20 minutes or 25 minutes or something like that. So the convenience is almost traffic convenience is almost same, but you have in Shizuoka, you have very good scenery from the universities. It's gorgeous scenery you have, but unfortunately not here. Anyhow, we have some traffic, bus traffic from here to Nagoya, which takes 80 minutes. So just from Hamamatsu to Nagoya airport is quite convenient. And I got an airplane from here to Bangkok. Yeah, so I just proud, of course, Japanese Fuji Mountains. I guess in Hamamatsu, the Fuji Mountain size is like this, quite tiny. This is good. Today is very good weather, so you can see the Fuji Mountain from Hamamatsu, but quite tiny, and just like this size. But you have many big Fuji Mountain from your campus, so again, I would say that here you have very gorgeous scenery from the campus and the Fuji Mountain. This is from on the Shinkansen. Yeah, my lecture in Thailand is this one, definition of supramolecular chemistry. Maybe this is not familiar with you, the word supramolecular chemistry. This is a chemistry of not generally chemistry is like make the covalent bond or cleavage covalent bond. But supramolecular chemistry means quite weak interaction between molecules via hydrogen bond or van der Waals interaction or something like that. And finally, you make some 3D structures, but those 3D structure is just defined. Those information is in the DNA, and first you make some peptide, a bit long peptide, but it's just polymer, but not like amino acid sequence, but also the peptide sequence contains some 3D structures. Yeah, maybe some of you are your major area, so you know better than mine. But those interactions, 3D interaction between molecule or intermolecular interaction as well. So it's designed it already. So those chemistry is maybe you call that weak interaction chemistry between molecules, or intermolecular interaction is supramolecular chemistry. So from the element quarks and you make some atoms, and if you gather atoms, you get the molecules via covalent bond, and then molecule makes some weak interaction and some molecular objects. This might be not myelin, hemoglobin, I guess, hemoglobin. This part must be the hems, I guess, 4 hems and hemoglobin, and then finally get some the biological object, human, mice, or whatever. Yeah, this is my introduction. So here, the title of my lecture in Thailand is Primary Chemistry. So very much organic chemistry, but kind of bit different area of organic chemistry. So my explanation is like, yeah, these quantum particles, like I do not exactly, but I have to touch this part because this is quantum particle, proton, electrons. You're going to divide the proton into much more tiny part. You get like quarks and leptons and first generation up down or something like, and one of those is neutrino. So in Hamamatsu campus, you have huge 40 march per tube by Hamamatsu Photonics. As you know, the Hamamatsu Photonics is many ex-students here get a job there. My student as well, I get 3 student job in Hamamatsu Photonics, and once I purchased many apparatus from Hamamatsu Photonics. My case is more than 1,000 man yen, or something like that. I cannot calculate in US dollar or something like that, but I get many machines from Hamamatsu Photonics, and those machines from Hamamatsu Photonics is very expensive, and always we got asked the discount, but this company never ever give me the good price or something like that. But even you use those machines for 10 years or 20 years or something like that, it's quite tough. Never ever, always those machines with a computer, control computer. But first things broken is just computer. You can change your computer, and the machine itself is quite tough and expensive. But machines are very good. We have fluorescence photometer. We have those 2 fluorescence photometer or something like that. But very expensive, but the machine is very good. I got the other message. BISTEC is a really good research university these days in Thailand. Oh, thanks for the message, and I'm giving lecture there. I'm now talking. Thanks for your comment, and so the Hamamatsu Photonics, many Shizuoka University students now producing this kind of vacuum tube. So the auto-merge prior tube is like you got some light here, and you make the electric current. So they are converting from light to electricity. This is machines. It's same as semiconductors, like charge coupled device, or those function. It's same, but you have such a huge photonics. So if you have not yet visited Hamamatsu campus, you better once visit here. We have some museum of the professor. I forgot the name. Professor who made television system first in the world. It's tip of tongue. I forgot his name, but Professor Takayanagi's museum. We have Professor Takayanagi Museum in Hamamatsu campus, and you can see those huge multiplier tubes and others, and interesting stuff. So very much welcome to Hamamatsu campus. And I'm from Hamamatsu, so I'm showing this stuff to the Thailand student. Then photo merge prior to by Hamamatsu Photonics is just aligned it in this way. Many, these merge priors, the number is like 1,000, and inside of the water, the amount of water is pure water is 3,000 ton. This is to detect the neutrino, which name is, I guess, Kamiokande, and which quite deeper part of the mountain in Japan. You have called some neutrino detection apparatus, which name is Kamiokande. We used as mine, but I guess some copper or something mines, but it is not functional already as a mine. But anyhow, we have some big hole in the ground. So now you use this as a detector for neutrino, and number of them. This vacuum tube is 1,000 and then 3,000 pure water. And present one is vacuum tube. Vacuum tube is not like this. This big. It is very hard to tell this size, but like you can see my hands, but it's outside of your screen, but it's this big. I guess close to 1 meter, in diameter or something like this. It were aligned, and the present one is 10,000, and pure water amount is 50,000. This is, you may call this is Kamiokande. This is super Kamiokande. At present, under construction is like this number vacuum tube, almost 100,000, and the amount of pure water herein is like million ton pure water. That means million liter pure water. So to detect those neutrino and others, and which makes the two Nobel Prizes in physics in 2002. Professor Koshiba from the Tokyo University, and he just passed it away, I guess, 2 or 3 months before. In 2015, again, from Tokyo University, Professor Kajita. So the Hamamatsu Photonics very much contribute the Nobel Prize of the area of the physics. This is my, my lecture in Thailand at the beginning to attract the students' attention. Introduction, Yasutaka TANAKA, myself. I am organic synthetic chemist, designing and synthesizing noble molecules, constituting battery materials such as electrolyte and electrodes for lithium-ion battery and fuel cells. This is my major area. So some of you are doing organic synthesis for the target is like medicine and others, but my case, exact same technique, organic chemistry I'm doing, and we are every day doing synthetic chemistry. So they're spending a long time, and after synthesis, you believe, you trust inside of the materials. You have target molecules, but always you get a mixture. You have to do some separation just one reconstruction works, we are happy, but sometimes you need chromatograph, so it spends time and you need a lot of silica gel or aluminum and sorbents and others, and sometimes rotary evaporation takes time, and after that, in the more mass spec and the dose process is, I guess, exact same as yours, but the difference is target stuff is never medicine, but battery materials such as electrolyte. We are synthesizing electrolyte. So I told already, our target is more smaller and lighter and long-lived batteries. This is a sponsor of the BizTech PTT, the Thailand Petrol, I guess, under governed by government. So Thailand is kind of the country they produce a lot of petroleum. So I guess the symbol of the PTT. So my lecture is covered by the PTT grant or something like that. So just I acknowledge the PTT, and it's flight from Thai Air. This is not my plane. Mine is just general one, but they have Thai Air. It's 3 years ago. Get some double-decker airplane. I forgot the name of this one. A300 or something like that. Someone knows this airplane. I never ever experienced this one, but Thai Air has. But around these days, we got any air companies such as in Japan, same story. JAL, ANA, their business is quite bad at present. Situation is, I guess, Thailand same. So I don't know. They still can keep this huge airplane or not. COVID-19 influence is quite bad in Thailand as well. My flight. And you can see this is still not Nagoya airport, but these video and others, Namaste or something like that, very much Thailand atmosphere. You can see there. I have arrived in Thailand, and this is some scenery of the Bangkok. Many bikes and many cars, and Vietnam and Thailand, Vietnam is like so close. The traffic is. Some of you are from Vietnam or Thailand, and train and the bikes and human are so close. So the distance is just in comparison with Japanese distance. So quite active country. Thailand, Vietnam, those Asian country is like everybody is like they have quite national energy or something like that. That is Thailand. This is from my hotel room in Bangkok. I love Thai food, and then I just visit just close to my hotel, and if I show this some pictures, Thai students, everybody calls, Professor, that is something. I forgot the name exactly, but there's it's kind of noodle, tastes really nice. This is like street restaurant close to my hotel, and there's many street restaurant. So but I have no knowledge of the Thai language, but just I explain with hand and my body, and it's just a point. I want this. I want this one, which works, and Thai people is very much friendly, and sometimes some guy showed up and they can understand English, and he says I can translate just which kind of salad you want. So in the case of salad, the shop arranged for me, but I cannot explain. I need papaya or something like that. So he explained it, and I really love hot food as well. So I asked very much hot sauce, but the kind Thai guy told me that, asking me that, are you sure you're Japanese? You cannot such a hot food. But okay. I love hot food. So you can understand my tongue is like Thai people or something like that. So I really love Thai food. And this is street restaurant scenery. So nice. Yeah, this is salad restaurant, salad street restaurant. You can choose, and they arrange. This is, I guess, Thai pot. These are like salad. Yeah, this like which this very much looks like Japanese okonomiyaki, and you can choose some ingredients here and vegetable as well, and the taste is excellent. Yeah, this is just right after the last king died, so I guess in any hotels just for his memory or something like that. It looks messy, but not messy. It's quite fresh Thai pot with fresh vegetables. This is my hotel room. Yeah, this is like Thai okonomiyaki on rice. I really like Thai rice. I love Japanese rice, but I like Thai rice as well. So for me, this is gorgeous. I was alone, but this is just gorgeous dinner. Yeah, you can expect that in Thailand you have some traffic sign of caution, elephant crossing. So just I see the traffic sign, not really elephant, just natural elephant yet, but this traffic sign is quite like interesting for us. Yeah, like this. This is university, Vistec. I got some new message. I missed Thailand. Maybe you're from Thai, or you have ever been in Thai. I guess this is Vistec, and quite artificial. Vistec place is completely forest, quite short trees, forest, and I think some elephants lives, but at present, any elephant is just like national protect guard. So they have GPS. Any elephant has GPS, and people know that they are working just at present walking somewhere or something like that. So I never met, but people say that it's quite scary to meet the elephant in the forest. But Vistec is quite artificial. This pond is man-made pond, and building is something like that. Yeah, the building is quite like just some contrast between these natural forest and modern building. It's like quite North American style. So this is the lecture room, and how many students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Yeah, just it's this is professor, female professor, and just short class, and I gave them exact same morning session, and after session 2 sessions a day, and so the number is quite small. So students always give the hand, and professor, I think something. I have a question or something like that. So as you see, the Japanese students are quite, shy and never give, they never give some their question and others, but they are quite active. And this is the student restaurant, and interesting. This is just student restaurant, but you have many local foods in Thailand. This is like pisture and mortar. This is mortar and this pisture, and they are making salad. You put some vegetables, others, and just smashing with mortar and pistures, and then you have salad. But you add some hot peppers and others. And point is, you need some crabs, just some raw crabs. So crab, a live crab inside. So smashing, and the taste really good. But unfortunately, the crabs sometimes has some problems, and many Japanese, more than 80% Japanese, get some stomach problem after eating this salad. I forgot the name of this salad, but the taste is very nice. Yeah, during lunchtime, some student shows up and professor, we're going to have lunch together or something like that. Yeah, so only one place you have, so number of students is, I guess, 300 and others. And they have meals 3 times a day, exact same place and same people, and after 1 week staying, something like that. Everybody know me, and I know some people, so everybody says good morning, something like that. So the next year I visited, and the people said, you come back, welcome back to Vistec or something like that. So this is like 300 people's family or something like that. So everybody knows each other, not only professors, but also students, but also like people who are working university, not student, not professors, but everybody is like same family. Yeah, I guess this is maybe not. I'm not sure this is which kind, but any meal for 3 times a day is any meal is excellent. Yeah, this is I'm teaching, and you're going to have exact same slide today afterwards. Yeah, this is the restaurant. In the restaurant, you can see some artificial pond outside. Yeah, so it's a restaurant, so the cafeteria. So you can whatever you want, you can eat again and again, and tastes really good. And these are not so hot at all. Afterwards, you put some hot sauce afterwards if you like. Yeah, this fish one is nice as well. And I guess this is in sour sauce. I'm taking some hoops. Yeah, this is some bistec, and bistec symbol must be. I don't see the bistec symbol. A lot of foods. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe this is the last picture is this is the second day or something like that. So I get change shirts. So These are professor. This is host Professor Gawa. He he was used to work for Waseda University, but he changed his university. At present, he is a professor in Vestec, and this guy is from Australia. This lady is also professor from, she is Thai professor and other students. Afterwards, so the it's a long, quite long introduction of mine. I'm sorry, but we have to going back to the lecture. This is my introduction, and I'm teaching in Shizuoka University and Thai University. Is some Fat and Fat I am. We have completed this part, and unfortunately we couldn't get this Fu and Fat you are, and maybe we're going to this 0.4 sugars as energy source of human activity. The glucose is like chemical structure is something like that. Glucose polymer is amylose, so the which has 1,4 connection, and the 1,4 alpha connection. You get amylose, so the rice contains a lot of amylose, and sometimes you get some amylopectin. Amylopectin has this bond which makes the rice texture like how do you call not soft, chewy texture, like a mochi, Japanese mochi. You can use the not rice but mochi rice. Japanese made mochi rice cake at the end of the year. So we have some mochi making ceremony or something like that around December 28th or December 29th or something like that. My friend called me last year and Yasu, why are you going to join our mochi pounding or something like that? I joined it, and fresh mochi tastes really nice, so I very much enjoyed it the last December. Anyhow, this is like a protein amylose, so the major content of the carbohydrate, and this is 1,4 alpha connection, and 1,4 beta connection. You get the cellulose, and we cannot digest this beta connection, and sucrose. Sucrose is like glucose and fructose connection. These are sugars and sugar polymers. And now we are going to comparing the sweetness of the sugars, afterwards artificial sweeteners, and the basic sucrose. We defined it. The sweetness, sucrose sweetness is 100, and how you can judge, how you can describe the sweetness, which kind of experiment, which kind of test to determine this number. This is some base, this is basic, so we can define this is 100. And how can you judge the glucose? Sucrose 100, glucose is 17, and fructose is 120 to 170. How can you tell? How can you define this number? Some people give me the answer, your idea by the chat function. This is base. We define this number 100, and how can you decide this is 70, this is 150 or something like that? Give me answer. Just answer via chat function. we got time delay, so yeah, I just wait for a couple minutes or something like that. So yeah, I just the time I'm waiting for you answer and comment. And the sucrose is if we define that sucrose sweetness is 100, glucose is 70, bit less, and fructose is more. So you can see some Japanese junk food, like if you visit a convenience store, many junk food you can see, and which contains not only sucrose but also if you cut this bone by hydrolysis, and now you have some sucrose, not unreacted sucrose, and fructose and fructose, three sugars mixture. That is sweeter than sucrose because you get fructose. So many junk food contains like hydrolysis mixture, three sugars mixtures in a Japanese junk food, sweet junk foods, not potato chips and others. Potato chip is not sweet at all. So okay, there's no one give me the comment. And yeah, how can you determine the this is we define how can you determine this number is not sweetness detectors, not ask dog and cats, and human determine these numbers. So we're going to make the equal solution of sucrose and fructose and fructose, and just we taste them. And yeah, maybe we need at least 10 people and just taste these three and which one is sweeter. And if they cannot judge which one is sweeter, we dilute those equal solution into half concentration or something like that. We dilute, and then we're going to ask those 10 people which one is sweeter and something like that. And then you're going to judge this number, this comparison with sucrose, and then finally a glucose is 70 or fructose is something like this number. So our turn judging this number, defining these numbers. So amylose case, if first hydrolysis takes place by the amylase, and you get the maltose, and if you chew the rice inside of your mouth with a longer time, maybe you can get some taste a bit sweet, and because of you get maltose in the mouth, but the sweetness only 33. Sucrose is 100, and 33 is slightly sweet. But those sweet taste of sucrose, glucose, fructose, and maltose, they are not only sweet, but also their taste is really nice. Those sugars are natural sugars, taste is really nice. Yeah, now we're going to do something artificial. These are artificial sweeter at present. We are use this is not, in fact, this is naturally occurring sweeters, but not sugar. This is sugar alcohol, and always base is relative sweetness is sucrose 100. You see some xylitol is exact same as your sugar, but you see this one, Japanese called this as chiclo, but cyclamate, its number is sweetness number is 3,000, more than 3 times more, 30 times more than the sucrose. And aspartame, this is one of the quite common artificial sweetener at present. Aspartame has 18,000, acesulfam K 20,000, saccharine 38,000 or something like that. And you see the chemical structure is completely different from sugar. This is xylose and looks like sugar, but you may call this not sugar, but you may call this sugar alcohol. And sweetness is quite, hard. And also, sucrose has sweet and which taste is really nice, but I think artificial one's taste is awful. It's sweet. It is sweet, but it's a sweetness which is directly going to your brain, and let's say cold sweetness and taste is very bad. I got some message. Sucrose 100, glucose 70 means glucose is less sweeter than sucrose. Yeah, that's correct. And as glucose is a bit less sweeter than sucrose, but glucose sweeter taste is really nice, but artificial one is just sweet, not good taste at all. For me, if I take some cake containing xylitol, I get a problem with stomach and everything. Acesulfam K, this makes some stomach problem to me, anything. For me, sugar is okay, but yeah, situation is something like that. Have you ever had this story before that for Japanese, we don't have enzyme which can digest the lactose. The milk contains lactose. So when we are baby, we are having the milk from my mother. So those days we have enzyme which digest lactose. But we get some mature, we get adult, those enzyme disappears in my body. But European or American people keeps those enzymes just in their life. But at least I do not have. So I like milk very much. So but just 1 cup of milk is a limit in the morning, because I get same as the exact same problem with my stomach. So the function is same. A lot of milk for me and a lot of artificial sweeteners, which makes some stomach problems, and bathroom is so close for me. And yeah, you see there's some grotesque structure or something like that. So aspartame is maybe, as you know, this is like dipeptide. The end part is asparagine, and this is phenylalanine. So this dipeptide makes some sweet taste. It's quite strange. Yeah, structure is something like that. And this is sucrose, and the relative sweetness number. You see, 60,000 sucrose is 100 and more. And basically, this structure is exact same as the sugar, sucrose. But some OH group are substituted with chlorine. Chlorine here, chlorine here, chlorine here. You cannot digest this structure in your body. So you're just straight. If you have food which contains this artificial sweetener, just just straight go. And then sweet taste is more than 600 times more than the sugar. So they are not digest. And for me, this makes some stomach problem. For me, yeah, it's same. So. Yeah, aspartame, dipeptide. And yeah, you're going to see that this structure again, some grotesque structures. And then sweetness triangle. If a molecules which has some decent triangle shape, which makes some sweet taste on your tongue. So uh, like triangle molecular structure, and one top has NH and OH group, and the second top has N and O, and third point is like this is hydrophobic, and each length is something like this. This makes the sweet taste for humans. One of the typical example is chloroform. Chloroform is, as you know, chemical. This is chloroform, and structure is, as you know, this triangle. Chloroform is just because the center of the molecule is carbon, which has sp3 covalent bonds, and this is exact fit with this triangle, and that means the taste of chloroform is quite toxic, right? The taste of chloroform must be sweet. When I was PhD student, accidentally I got an extraction, and the product is quite low solubility for any organic solvent, but people generally use ether, the diethyl ether or something like that as extraction solvent. But half month, so I had to use the chloroform. Accidentally, I got chloroform in my mouth, and I just screamed, "Yeah, I got chloroform in my mouth!" But the taste was, this is sweet. I was so surprised that the chloroform taste is sweet. And the Merck index, maybe do you know that these days people do not use the Merck index, but it's kind of the encyclopedia of the chemicals, Merck index. It says that the chloroform taste is sweet, but never ever try that. This is extremely, the toxic, but this is sweet because I guess this is exact, fit. Just this is makes the sweetness triangle. So long as any molecules which has each molecule shape is close to this sweetness triangle, we can taste it as sweet. But as I told, sugars are very good sweet taste, but artificial, including chloroform, it's just sweet taste is, I think, over. Yeah, I'm going to move to the cyclodextrin. Some of those already know the name of the cyclodextrin. Glucose polymer is a 1,4 alpha connection, which makes the amylose, and beta is cellulose. So these some papers. We cannot digest these papers, but goat or sheep, they have enzyme, so they can digest cellulose in the body, and they can use as cellulose as energy source, glucose source. But we could not. Amylose is just straight glucose polymer, but sometimes it's like which makes some strange molecular structure, cyclic structure, and exact same 1,4 alpha connection, but it can have some cyclic structure. You may call this as a cyclodextrin. Dextrin is, I guess, it's a different name of the sucrose, and maybe different name of the glucose, and cyclodextrin is like this molecule. And in fact, present my project, I use the cyclodextrin. Maybe I can tell you later. Cyclodextrin is just white powder, maybe you know. It looks like sugar and almost no taste at all. Nothing sweet, almost no taste. But it is a glucose-based molecule, so not toxic, but no taste and just white powder. And you have, roughly, you have 3 types of cyclodextrins and 6 glucose, 7 glucose, 8 glucose, which name is alpha cyclodextrin, beta cyclodextrin, gamma cyclodextrin, and diameter of the inside, which are, you have some hole here. Amylose do not have hole, but yeah, in fact, amylose has some hole, like as you know, amylose has a helix structure like this. Amylose polymer is like these helix structures. Approximately, this one cycle, you need some 6 or 8 glucose. So one spiral, you need some 6 or 8 glucose. These are like 1 unit of the cyclodextrins. And generally, you have 6, 7, 8 cyclodextrin. When I was a student, like 20 years ago or something like that, the price of the cyclodextrin is quite expensive. You can purchase from some chemical companies, but yeah, they're very high, expensive. But I guess before 15 years ago, something like that, one of the German company discovered new enzymes, which is which makes which digest amylose into selectively alpha or beta or gamma cyclodextrin. So if you go back to your lab and if you see the catalog or on the homepage, you can see these prices at present, like alpha cyclodextrin, like a 25 gram, something thousand N or so, not so expensive at all. So yeah, many people at present uses not only chemistry experiment, but you can see the many part like food additives and others, and up to the purpose. You can choose the diameter of the cyclodextrins, and many food in the world you can have cyclodextrin, and no one. I could say that no people exist who do not eat cyclodextrin before. Very hard to tell. You have already. Yeah, so sometimes if you turn the box of the food and some additive names are there, like aspartame or something like that, and maybe you have some description, dextrin. In some cases, dextrin means cyclodextrin. So I guess you have already eaten these compound, cyclodextrins. This is from the enzymatic reaction. So the amylose is something like that. So you discovered enzyme, I think, cut, hydrate this big and selectively up to the enzyme. Selectively, you have the 6, 7, 8 glucose unit and cyclic molecules. So this is water-soluble molecules. This is hard to tell, but OH groups direct the outside, so the which has quite good solubility in water. But inside is this picture is not good. So the OHs are direct outside, and inside is quite oily, lipophilic. So if we have cyclodextrin here, and you have some a lipophilic compound, some taste and some smell, good smell, something like that. you can get some complex in water. Now you have complex, cyclodextrin, like fragrance or flavor molecule or something like that. And you add this complex into food. Then you have some example is just chewing gum. This is chewing gum taste, strawberry taste, fragrance molecule or something like that. And you make the cyclodextrin complex, and then you add this complex into chewing gum. You can keep the taste a bit longer. This is complexation, and in your mouth, decomplexation take place, but which has your, once you get the complex, you need a bit of time to decomplex. So you get some chewing gum, which taste keeps longer or something. It's case of flavor, fragrance as well. Like, do you know the wasabi? Shizuoka is wasabi prefecture in the world. So maybe you have many fresh wasabi, but you see the natural wasabi, natural occurring one is quite cost a bit expensive. So maybe you use in supermarket you get some tubed wasabi, and the tubed case is wasabi fragrance molecule is quite volatile. So once you open the top of the tube, the good wasabi smell fragrance like which goes in your nose, wasabi taste disappears because it's quite volatile. So the company makes the cyclodextrin complex with wasabi molecule, and they add this complex into wasabi, and the complex process takes time, so you can keep the fresh taste a bit longer. This is one of the technique when you use cyclodextrin in food and others. Yeah, this is description. Tubed wasabi, allyl isocyanate. This is like wasabi taste, easier pungent component in wasabi. There's an isocyanate molecule is stabilized by the complex with cyclodextrin. So which makes the wasabi smell longer. And air, the pressure, and this is other way. So if there's bad smell molecules, generally which contain S molecules. Like a thiol, which has very bad smell, but you have some cyclodextrin in air fresheners, which makes a complex with the smelly molecules. And then once you get the complex, it's not volatile at all. So no smell anymore. It's same story is wrinkle reduction cosmetics. It's same. So cyclodextrin or AG plus or cyclodextrin is used. So a reaction is same. So if you have cyclodextrin inside of these things, which makes a complex with bad stir molecules, and now nothing is volatile at all. So you can use cyclodextrin as something cosmetic things. AG plus is same, which is quite strong affinity to S molecule. AG-S interaction is quite stronger, and same now. No volatile compound, so you have no smell, bad smell others. Gold is, I guess, better, but you see the price of the gold, you cannot use something gold inside some cosmetics. So silver is cheaper, so you can use silver. For silver cation or cyclodextrin is used as air freshener, and others, those something cosmetic things. This is a function of cyclic strings. Other practical application, something, yeah, some foods or eau de cologne. Yeah, eau de cologne is same. So this is smell molecule, eau de cologne, good smell molecules and complex, and you can keep the good smell longer. You can use some cyclodextrin. So yeah, this is quite longer, but it's like some application of cyclodextrins. Yeah, in chemistry, cyclodextrin makes a complex with these molecules. And I'm sorry about this Japanese description. This is cholesterol. Cholesterol makes the complex with double-decker cyclodextrin. This is man-made molecules, so it was quite very hard synthetic procedure to make these types of cyclodextrin, but which makes a complex with cholesterol. I'm going to show our research bit. We're going to use these molecules. This is quinone, and if you reduce this molecule, you get hydroquinone. Two electron, two proton reduction makes the hydroquinone home, and this is quinone. You may call this as an anthraquinone, and this is reversible, and reduction takes place by some reagent, also electrochemically. This goes and go back. That means you can use this molecule as battery active materials. So this is one of our present project to make the battery active materials, not with a present lithium and battery. The active materials is plus side, plus electrode. Cathode material is cobalt oxide is mainly. So cobalt is not so super expensive, but cobalt is like, yeah, transition metal, so the price is not so low, not so high, but we substitute this molecule into just quite cheap, simple molecules. So we're now trying to these kind of molecules, and yeah, kind of use cyclodextrin and yeah, some application. So so we what is cyclodextrin? We finish, and maybe we are already taking almost 90 minutes. So I would like to close the morning session, and yeah, we start again around 1:00 p.m. The second session, afternoon session, and yeah, if you don't like, if you're going to busy this afternoon, skip the afternoon session and just see YouTube archive, and yeah, so yeah, of course, I very much welcome you to join the live broadcasting, but yeah, you need some experiment this afternoon. Just feel free to do your experiment, and afterwards you can see the archive. And the point important is just one point. The deadline of in my part, the short your report deadline is next Monday, 9 a.m. 9 morning. So just only like yeah, yeah, as I showed it. Yeah, maybe I have already sent you the mail, the Gakumu Jouhou system, submit your report until 15th Monday. Just only points. So anyhow, I'm going to show up around, not around, exact 1 p.m. again, but the URL, I am going to change the URL. So this is morning session URL, and afternoon session URL is different channel. So just see again the email from the 学務情報 system, and check the URL, and just we're going to see this afternoon again. Okay, see you later.